What's going on, you guys? It's Dragoon here. So, after going to the Duelist Alliance sneak peek and looking through some of the cards in the set, I noticed a trend that I hope will become more prominent in the TCG, and that is less censorship on the artwork of the cards themselves. So, I originally noticed it with a card that I happened to get at the sneak peek, which was Castel, the Blaster Musketeer. Now, when I first saw this card announced for Japan, I was really looking forward to the card, being that I was playing Gustos at the time. It's a wind, and it's generic, which makes it really easy to make in the deck, which is always a good thing to have, though definitely not as good as Lightning Chidori, most likely for the fact that it's exclusive to wind and whatnot. But the effect is still amazing and all that, and I'm playing it in my extra deck now. But I expected this guy's gun to get censored. Like, similarly to how Blackwing, Armed Wing, like, his gun was turned blue and orange, and it just looked really, really out of place. Now, with Castel, they did edit him a little bit, and it was actually interesting because when I first got the card, I was like, wait, did they actually leave the entire thing in its original artwork? And I had to come back home and take a look, and they did change a little bit. Basically, like, this part here is black in the Japanese version, and this part here is gold, more like the same color as his sword. This just isn't a great scan of the card. But they basically just made the whole gun brown, which is fine. I mean, I'll take what I can get when it comes to Konami and editing the artwork for the TCG, because it kind of gets out of hand, in my opinion. So, I mean, if this is the first step, I'd much like to see it keep going, and I'm perfectly okay with this. So, like, as you can see, it still resembles a real gun. It's just, for the most part, a prominent brown color, with the exception of this part being just a little bit of a lighter shade. So, needless to say, I was pretty happy about that. But then I found out, with pulling different cards, that Panzer Dragon was also left relatively unchanged. This, if you're familiar with what happened to what's that card? Barrel Dragon? I think that's the card's name. It's a really old card. They changed all of his guns into, like, laser guns. And Panzer Dragon, unless I'm mistaken, has been left unchanged. Like, this gun coming out of his mouth is a completely legitimate looking cannon. It doesn't look like they've, this could have easily been changed into a laser beam or something. Like, that would have not have surprised me, but they left it alone, which is pretty awesome. So, definitely happy about that. And then the one I didn't expect was Samsara, Dragon of Rebirth. They left the Ankh that they edited in the original Monster Reborn card artwork. If you're familiar with the TCG Monster Reborn card artwork, which I actually do prefer, I just think it looks a little cooler than the Ankh is just kind of plain in my opinion. And for all I know, I'm pronouncing that wrong. I hope not. But yeah, they actually left it on the dragon's chest, and they didn't change it to the TCG version of Monster Reborn. They kept this, which is a really, really awesome, especially because this card, in my opinion, is really cool. I don't know how viable the effect would be in competitive play. I mean, it could be pretty good. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be. It's just I just like the overall concept of the card. I like the idea that it has how it has the Ankh on the chest. I like how its name is Samsara, which is the idea of it's from Hinduism and stuff like that. It's just really cool. So I'm definitely really happy that they left this plus, like, the guns and the other two cards. Now, what they did do is they did change one card that I know of. They could have changed others. This one was Spy See Spy. I didn't pull this one, and I just happened to come across it when I was preparing to make this video. So as you can see here, the Japanese artwork, it's got the cigar and it's got the wine and the girl's dress and whatever. So I don't know. This is a typical. I mean, you can't really see it quite as well as I would like here, but it's kind of a typical Konami edit. They make her dress longer. They remove the cigar and the wine, but, like, I don't know. I guess to me it doesn't. It seems a little. I feel like they might have done a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being hopeful that this is a little bit less than what they would normally do as well. But regardless of Spy See Spy, the other three I mentioned, Samsara, Panzer Dragon, and Castel, are all very, very good steps in the right direction towards us not getting such heavily censored artwork in the TCG. And I've always been one to believe that the censorship of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards comes with the fact that the anime has been licensed by 4Kids in America, which means they edit the anime itself. So, I mean, I can understand Konami thinking, okay, well, in America, I mean, obviously TCG is not just America, but that's where I live, so that's where I base my opinion out of. In America, they're seeing this anime, the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, as, you know, this thing for kids. If kids are going to be buying these cards, we need to edit them accordingly, which is understandable, but, like, if you ever got me into discussing the edits 4Kids had made with their shows, they usually go particularly overboard, and it's kind of ridiculous. And from what I know of, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, or is it Arc V? I'm not sure. I think it's Arc 5. It hasn't been licensed yet, and if it has, it's not airing yet, so maybe that's giving Konami a little more leeway. I don't know. That's all just ideas floating around. But yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If there are other cards from this set, or maybe some other set that I don't know about that didn't get edited to the extent that you thought they might, leave a comment and let me know. And hopefully, like I said, this trend will continue. So with that, I will catch you guys next time.